Oh. I've had an idea, and if it works, it will be a really good idea, and if it doesn't, it will be a waste of time. So there's a lot I want to do this episode, and most of it involves finishing our shop from last episode, but I want to do my idea, and it will involve a lot of work, so we might not get it done this episode, but hopefully we will next episode. But I'm not going to tell you what it is until we finish my shop, which might not even be this episode. I also have a lot of things to show you. I've done some stuff off camera and on other people's streams, and I'm very overpowered. And then with this overpowered stuff, there's a lot I want to do with it. Yeah, a lot. And if you hadn't already guessed, one of the things I've got is 2 words. It begins with an S, and the other one begins with a T. Got it yet? Yeah, we're gonna have to do some mining. As with most episodes, there's a lot I want to do, and we're probably gonna get none of it done. But oh well, this is Dalek Mod Survival Episode 7. Hey everyone, I'm DT10 and welcome to episode 7 of Dalek Mod Survival. And at the very start of this episode, I'd just like to say I probably sound very different today, and that's because I'm not feeling too great. I've got a bit of a sore throat, so I will sound a little bit croaky, but I'll try my best. So instantly, as you can see, I have some very shiny looking armor, and I had this last episode, but I also have the wings now to go with the shiny armor. And most importantly, something we haven't seen yet, is my shiny sword. And my shiny pickaxe. And my non-shiny pickaxe. And my non-shiny sword. And some potatoes I had in my hotbar. But as you can see, we've got a lot more gear than we had last episode. So this sword is pretty good. It's got knockback 2, mending, and looting 2, which is really good. Now it just needs fire aspect and sharpness, and we might finally be able to kill Infinity Crusher. Not that that's my life aims or anything. No. And then we've got this diamond pickaxe, which is amazing. It's silk touch and mending. And obviously the main reason I want it is the silk touch, because finally we can get smooth stone to decorate our base with. And I was saying, I don't want to make any more base progress really until I've got my silk touch pickaxe, but I now have that. But this isn't all the gear we've got. There's actually a lot more gear I've got. So as you can see, I've done a fair bit of end busting, and I did it off camera because it was in the middle of someone's stream and I didn't feel like recording just then. But I've got a lot of stuff. I've got a lot of iron stuff, but I've got a lot of diamond stuff. I've got 2 ender chests, which I was managed to get by the silk touch pickaxe. I've got 3 shulker shells, so I only need 1 more, and we've got another 2 shulker boxes. A lot of potions of healing, but let me draw your attention to these enchantments. So this is the original one I had. I've then got this one as well. I think I already had that too. But then I've got Mending Protection 4, which is amazing. Unbreaking 3, and if I can combine these, they would be a really good chestplate. Protection 3 boots, and if I can put them on there, then that would be really good. Fire Protection 3, Unbreaking 3, just like the one we have over there. I think we already had that one. Protection 3 helmet, which is really good. Protection 4, but Curse of Vanishing, which isn't too good, but the Protection 4 is definitely very good. And then another Protection 3 diamond boots, as well as a lot of very overpowered iron stuff. And we've also got an Efficiency 4 diamond pickaxe, which is so unbelievably quick that it doesn't even drop the blocks quick enough. This is the comparison. Look how much slower this pickaxe is, and this is diamond. So this will definitely come in handy at some point, but I'm just not sure when. And then we've got a Fortune 2 iron shovel, and I'm not sure where that's going to come in handy, unless we need a lot of flint. But, you know, I'll keep it just in case. Oh, and we've got these boots, but they're Curse of Binding, so I didn't really want to show them. So I'm keeping that safely stored away in my ender chest, and we may come back to this later. I do want to combine some stuff, but at the moment I've got literally no levels. And good way to get levels, which I completely forgot about, is this stuff right here. Coal is actually really good for levels, and seeing as I have an Efficiency 4 pickaxe, I may as well put it to good use. Then the only other thing enchantments wise, which I do want to do at some point in the near future, not including combining combining stuff is the elytra. I really want mending on it, and I also want unbreaking 3 on it, but that can wait. But in fact, the whole thing can wait, because I will do the level gathering, and I will do everything else at a later date, because what I really want to do is finish the shop that we started last episode. So I've just come over to the community island to get some work on the shop, but I also came over here to see if I've got a chest anywhere, and I haven't, and that's very worrying to say the least, because I obviously had a massive wood supply that we gathered in a time-lapse last episode, and if I can't find that, we're going to have to gather it again, and that would be very annoying, so I need to look for that. But you've probably just seen them. There's 2 mobs I really want. It's that, and it's this guy, and gonna be honest, I really want to kill this guy, because I'm almost certain they drop a music disc, and if they don't always, I've got looting too, so I think it's worth a try. I feel so cruel doing this, but I think it's worth it. Maybe it wasn't worth it. It didn't drop anything. Now I just feel really cruel. But the other thing I want is this skeleton horse, and I need a saddle for that, because obviously I didn't know it was here. But I think you don't need to tame them. So really quickly, I want to go back to my base and get a saddle for this guy. There we go, a saddle on this guy, and we now have a skeleton horse, which is very exciting. Now, admittedly, he's a little bit slow, but it's mainly just to say, look, I have a skeleton horse. And I mean, look how cool this looks. I mean, could you look any more scared with this coming at you? Actually, yeah, you probably could. It would help if I didn't die so much. Now, not that I'm not loyal to this guy or anything, but I kind of do want to look round, because if there's one skeleton horse, there's often a lot more, and another one might be a bit quicker than this guy, and I keep getting stuck. There's another guy up there. Now I want to see how fast he is, but I've also just seen this, and I'm slightly disturbed. The other guy was just killed by this skeleton anyway, so I think it's this guy or nothing, and I'm going to get out of here as quickly as possible. And is it just me, or is he slower? That's slightly annoying, but oh well. I guess I'll leave with this guy, and can I get him in my TARDIS? Yes, that's good. Oh no! I don't know why! Oh, that was terrifying. I thought he was going to die for sure then. Right, I assume they just eat apples. Do you want some apples? I guess not. Oh dear, I don't know how to get this guy's health back. We'll sort that out another time. We have a skeleton horse, which is very exciting. Oh, you've got to be joking me. I don't know why. I don't know why this always happens, but I put the skeleton horse through the door, and the skeleton horse is nowhere to be seen. And that's my saddle gone as well. That's really annoying. Although I think I have a spare saddle. But the saddle is the least of my worries. I wanted that skeleton horse, and that's really annoying. But I guess, lesson learnt, do not use your TARDIS. But anyway, skeleton horses aside, I have found my wood supply. It was in this chest, which is where I expected it to be, so that's good. But we've got all of this, which means we can carry on with our shop. So here we are back again, and this looks even more unfinished than I remember. But that doesn't matter. Today we are hopefully here to finish it. So we've got a lot of progress to do. First of all, I want to finish this roof. I then want to put these windows in, and I want to make the interior. And I want to make this a functional shop, because obviously that's the most important bit. This isn't just a building. No, I want this to be profitable. I want to sell some stuff. And I want to sell some enchanted books, but we'll come to my great idea about them later. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of coming to that later in this episode, but what we're going to do now is carry on with this shop, like I said. And there's only one way to do this, and that's in the form of a time-lapse. So, let's go. Well, I'm perfectly happy to admit that it really isn't much, and this took a while, and it was also really hard. But I tell you what else was slightly frustrating, and that's that when I first built this in our last episode, I clearly made a lot of mistakes, and I didn't consider perspective, because a lot of it I placed slabs for, but it was actually supposed to be stairs. So as you can see from my inventory, I have a fair few too many slabs, but that's not really much of the problem. So it's not too bad, but there's a lot of places where I've placed slabs and there really isn't any need for them. So for example, up here, that's just a slab, but under here, I don't think I need these ones at all. Yeah, no, they're 2 slabs, and I only need 1. So I can go around and replace a lot of them at some point. So you see, this roof is pretty much done. I can texture it with the spruce at a later date, but I want to move on to the interior, so this can at least become a functioning shop. So before I do all of that, I will get rid of all of these blocks here, and I will make the windows, and I will dig out this bit, and I will prepare all the materials I need, including the bits for the windows, and the bits for the design I've got in mind. So I haven't properly designed the interior. So as in, I completely built this exterior in a creative test world to see what it would look like, but the interior I haven't actually built. I've kind of just got ideas, and I've got a bit of a theme that I want to try and recreate for the interior, and hopefully it will work, but I'm starting to realise we've not got much space in here. So I guess we'll have to see how it goes, but I'm going to go and gather some materials, and I'll be back once I've done that. Well, that's unexpected. So I was just midway through gathering a lot of my stuff, and one of the things I realised I needed was glass, like I said. But what I didn't realise is I have absolutely no coal whatsoever. So I've gone into some caves looking for some more coal, and by the way, the reason I've got this is because I'm repairing it using my mending. But I've just found a spider spawner, and this could genuinely be amazing, because we haven't got a proper mob farm. And don't get me wrong, it's not really the string I'm looking for, it's more the XP, because I've just been standing here for a while, and I've got a load of XP. So I'm going to save the coordinates of this thing, because I think we're going to use it. No way. There's this one. And I just heard a lot of skeletons, and I found this. It's a second mob spawner in the same cave. That is absolutely crazy. I really need to save the coordinates of this thing. So that's crazy. We could turn this into a double mob farm. So we've got the skeletons, the bows, and the arrows, and all the bones and everything. That's really, really good. And we've got the spiders for the string, and we've got both for the XP, which is absolutely crazy. And I really need to find a way to stop this from spawning stuff. Thankfully, I think I probably have the materials to make some torches. Let's see what we've got in these chests. Oh, a music disc. That's very exciting. I really love finding some music discs. And we've got a gapple. I'm not sure when we'll use it. And I will definitely take all of this. And I will take the gunpowder as well. So in the other one, we've got a bucket. I mean, I don't particularly need that. And I mean, I'll take the bones. That's not quite as good. But this is really, really good. I'll save the coordinates of this one too. And I'll go and kill these skeletons. But that's an amazing find. Oh, and I've just noticed a name tag and some more iron in this one too. Wow. Well, that's an absolutely crazy find. But I'm finally back to what I was doing in the first place. And that's mining some coal. What's really funny is, as you can see from this cobblestone, I've been here before. I think I just came in that way instead. If I'd have just gone down here. See, I saw this as kind of a dead end. But if I'd have just gone down here a little bit further, I would have found this. That is absolutely crazy. And it's not too far from the surface, look. So there's my TARDIS where I landed it. There's the surface. And then just down here is the first of the mob spawners up there, look. Well, that is absolutely crazy. But looking like a porcupine is a good reminder that I need to get on with what I was actually doing. That took a surprisingly long amount of time. Like, a long time. But fingers crossed, everything I need is in this shulker box. So this took ages, and the brown carpet was by far the worst, because I had to go to find a jungle just for these cocoa beans to turn the brown wool brown and everything, and hopefully I'll be able to find some sheep that I can dye brown, and that would be a lot better source of wool. But for now, I just combined white wool with cocoa beans to get some carpet, and this won't be all the carpet we need. I'm pretty sure we'll need some more, but this is all I've got for now, and I've just realised I don't have the books here. That's slightly annoying. Then we've also got this glass, and this was also pretty hard, so I needed the white dye, obviously, but I mainly just needed to smelt this. So obviously, I haven't got a super smelter or anything, so this took a while to smelt, although I might build one at some point in the series. But anyway, we've got 32 white stained glass paint, which is what we're using for these bits here, and fingers crossed that will be enough. But the amazing thing is, I've now got Silk Touch, which means if I break them, they return back to me, and that's so helpful. But like I said, if it isn't enough, I've got more white stained glass, and I've got more glass, and even more bone meal, so it should be very easy to get some more. And then I've got these transparent block lights, and I haven't worked out how to break them yet. I don't think you need Silk Touch or anything, but I haven't worked out how to break them, so I don't want to place any until I'm absolutely certain. But what I want to do is use them and place torches on top of them, so it looks like the torches are floating. And then I want to use these spruce wood slabs slabs and some more I can craft for the floor and the brown carpet and stuff like that, and some bookshelves dotted around. And if you haven't already seen, the theme I'm going for is kind of a Harry Potter style thing. So obviously I've got the floating lights, which are like the floating candles that you've got in the Great Hall, and everything else. So I'm going to quickly put all of the glass in, get rid of all the excess wood, and then we should be ready to move on to the interior. Well, here we go. Now, it definitely doesn't look like much, as has been the entire state of this build, but I've really tidied things up a bit. So I did a little bit of terraforming, which I'm going to change over time. I've also added this staircase, which leads into here. I've got rid of all the dirt pillars around the outside. The main thing, I've got rid of the wood, and I've also put in this glass. But then, of course, as you can see, I've removed the whole of the grass from inside here, which means we're ready to move on to laying down the spruce. And so, I think that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to build this interior, and we're going to do it in the form of a time lapse. Well, you can clearly see quite how much I struggled with this design, and this is why you always pre-plan your designs. But I managed to get what I think is fairly decent. Now, I incorporated the books, which I totally didn't steal from someone's TARDIS. And then I made a rim around the edge, tidied this bit up a bit. I made these floating lights, which is what I was talking about, with these blocks being transparent. And then I made these, and I'm not too proud of these. Now, these are the way I'm going to be selling them. So books, 32 books is 1 diamond. Now, I have no idea on prices, because obviously this is the first shop, so we haven't got a proper economy or anything. We just have diamonds, and I'm not sure if that's a rip-off, or I'm not sure if I'm completely underpaying myself, but I've separated all the books we have into stacks of 32 like that, and put them under here safe and secure. And what I'm going to do is just move this ender chest in between there, so that if people have their diamonds in their ender chest, you can easily access it. And I already have one in my inventory. So there's a lot more that I want to do with this space. I first of all want to put a lot more of this carpet down. So I've just got a little bit here, but I want to fill a lot of this space with carpet. And I also want to put something in the middle, but I'm not quite sure what yet. But yeah, let me know what you think of this build so far down in the comments. But what I want to do at the very end of this episode is go and find some sheep, because I really want a good source of wool so that I can carry on with the carpet. So I found a sheep, and if this is the only one on the entire island, I'm going to cry. But I've forgotten to bring any wheat, so I can't even get this guy. Oh, hang on a minute. I might have some in my TARDIS. I've just remembered. I think I saw some. Oh, bread. That's so annoying. Do I have any in my ender chesty? Yes, perfect. I knew I'd seen some somewhere. All right, that's perfect. Right, now what I want to do is dig a little 4x4 hole for the sheep to go in. Now I need the sheep to follow me into the hole. There we go. Perfect. The sheep is in the hole, and I can dye him brown, hopefully. Yes, perfect. Right, we have got a brown sheep. Now if I can get a second, that would be great. Right, I've learned from experience not to use my TARDIS with these things, which is why I wanted the wheat instead of just transporting them by TARDIS, because they seem to disappear whenever I do it, which is pretty annoying. And that's another sheep. Perfect. Oh, but I've just realised I've got to drag this guy all the way. Oh well. Oh, finally, the sheep is here, and I'm gonna have to give him a little shove to get in there. Sorry, but we now have 2 sheep, which is absolutely perfect, and that took a very long time. So what I'm gonna do is hopefully breed these 2 guys. Yes, perfect. Then we can get a baby sheep, which is very, very helpful. And now they are all brown, so we've got a stable source of our wool. And now I need some shears. And this is why you always keep iron and wheat in your ender chest, just in case. Right, that's perfect. We now have 4 brown wool, which is admittedly only enough for 6 more carpet, but it will do, because now we have a really good supply of it if we ever need it again. I've just popped a ladder on here as well. Hopefully sheep can't climb ladders. I'm pretty sure they can't. There we go, 6 more carpets. Now, this is not all we need by an absolute mile. We need a lot more carpet than this, but we can get that another time. I just want to go and lay this down, and even though the shop isn't quite finished, we'll be pretty much done for this episode. What a difference it's made. But anyway, this is pretty much the end of the episode, and we haven't quite got this shop done, and you know what that means. I can't tell you the secret that I was talking about at the start of this episode, my amazing idea. But I don't want to keep it to myself for another week and have to tell you next episode, so I'm just going to say it now. But I need my chair. As I was saying, I had a really good idea to do with our shop and our enchanted books. And I was wondering what's the best way to get books and enchanted books. And I was going through lots of different ideas. And then I found one that I thought might be quite good. So my idea is this. We find a stronghold. And in that stronghold, there's almost certainly going to be a library room, possibly even 2. I'm not sure quite how rare it is, but that's not the point. So in those libraries are obviously loads and loads of bookshelves. So if we line them with Silk Touch, we get the bookshelves themselves, or we can get a lot of books. And there's also in the chests really, really good enchanted books. But obviously to do this we need all the blaze rods and the ender pearls, so I effectively want to beat Minecraft in vanilla next episode. Yeah, it might be a bit hard. But that's not all with my enchanted books. You see, last episode I had the problem that I enchanted them and the whole stack was the same. But I think I've realised what it is, and I think it was me just not knowing much about Minecraft. But I think what it is, if you have to enchant a book before you can enchant another one. So I have to get the rubbish enchantment of that book, then I get some new ones every time I put another book on. And I want to test that theory, but Infinity Crusher removed my enchant perms, and it's also the end of the episode. So if you enjoyed this episode, please leave a like or comment, and if you'd like to see the rest of the series, then please subscribe, because we have hit 150 subscribers, which is absolutely amazing. Thank you all very, very much. But like I was saying, if you enjoyed, then please subscribe. But I've been DC10, and I will see you in the next episode.